want to get this out of the way as soon as possible. We don't have time to put up with you yet again, Kokoro. An entire episode dedicated to you on the first stage. On our first run. How about we don't do that again? And defeat you before you even go into your second stage. Well then. I spoke too soon, clearly. Try that again, shall we? Apparently we forgot about the hidden mask. The mask of deception. How could we forget? What's really hard about Kokoro's mask to dodge too is because they don't really have much of a trajectory. Oh yeah, and I forgot. And there we go. Yet again, Byakuren, the boss killer of the game. Such amazing dance. The Misty Forest. Now we have to head to the Scarlet Devil Mansion yet again. One of the longest stages in the entire game. We're gonna give Iku another chance. Don't get to use it very often. Her ability, I never really understood what it does. Well, her ability almost got me killed, so that's clearly not a good sign. I don't know if it's even like an AoE or something or what. I never figured out how it works. Unless I'm... Oh, I see. It hits like a thunderbolt. Well, that can kind of be helpful, I guess. They had to give her some kind of ability after all. Oh, she is awful against tanks. Let's not use her for those. Thank you, Phantom. Yumu is a half phantom, half human, also a gardener. The Phantom Gardener. And Kagero. Won't be heating your wolf pack this time around. When there's no pack to begin with. Step aside, Yoshiko. We don't have time for this. What Iku does have is good crowd control. As in hitting several things at a time. I think the chain link though only does about half the damage, but the one that actually gets hit by the lightning takes full. Not sure if that's true or not, but... they seem to be taking mostly full. I don't know if Yuriko would be a wise option. We use Yumu enough. Although, you know what? Keep her for the last segment, at least. We're going to play with the people from the spirit realm. Now, while Yuriko's butterflies aren't exactly great in accuracy, they add up in great numbers. And sometimes numbers are all you really need. It's a quality of its own, despite it not always the strongest. Ow. Hope one of those hit some. Nope, it didn't. Clear all dangerous targets. What's so dangerous about Kagero? Apparently Kagero found out the tricks to clone herself, so perhaps that is a dangerous endeavor. The world will one day be overrun by wolves. Which I don't think is a bad thing. Wolves are pretty smart, to be fair. Kokoro really that dangerous? The thing is with Kokoro is she's not even really evil. I mean, she does like to play with the mermaid, fish-looking character a lot, but, like, she's actually not that mean, although a bit stern, and a little hasty and aggressive. Only on full moons it seems to escalate to being more like a werewolf, which Kokoro herself doesn't actually like the fact that she becomes more hairy on full moon nights. She hates the fact that she has to be a werewolf. It's a bit of a predicament. Oh, somehow the turret got taken out, probably by the yin-yang turret thing. There's a relic up there, but we don't need to get it. And I think Yuriko gets a ton of ammunition, too. That's the black furry. Oh, those actually reach from here. Well, that's good to know, isn't it? Sayonara. Ooh, that means we can do this. Heads up. The butterfly effect in action. Change is inevitable, don't you see it? Only one more. Let's leave out a few so that they can expand in different directions. Didn't work nearly as much as I hoped. The thing with Yuriko too is she loves to eat. To the point where she may as well not even have a stomach. Not exactly human though either, I guess, so it would make a lot of sense. Those are just some wolves, leave them be. Peaceful creatures, just having the time of their lives in the woods. Now we must defend ourselves with our lives in the hardest segment of the level. I wonder how Yuriko's butterflies would actually fare against the skull turrets. Called hell cannons or something. Skull cannons. Well, so far so well. Ah, that is remilia. Not sure how helpful that would be here, but butterfly effect seems to be performing adequately so far. I don't think we'll need it. Yoshi, get out of here. Yeah, it's gonna spawn down there. Forget if there's two. Yep, there is. Yeah, it definitely hurts a lot. It's enough to get rid of them, so that's good. Assuming they're standing more into the center of it. But we will need Yumu at least to survive for invulnerability's sake. Get rid of those fairies because they're going to keep us in stun lock. The only downside is you can still get stun locked even when invulnerable. That worked out pretty well. Haha! Oh. Well done. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. I don't have time for this. See you later. Ouch. Go to the Misty Lake. Cerno's home. Despite we never actually used Cerno for the mission for some reason. We should probably give Cerno the honors this time. Ah, I'm finally back. Yes, you are, Cerno. It's apparently your favorite place in the world, where you love to freeze frogs for some reason, without ever explaining the actual cause for why you do it. So, there is something we technically could have done. Not sure if it's a wide idea to risk it now. But like before with that dangerous path being here, if we really wanted, we could just bypass the mission and just take this route. But since we picked Cerno, I don't think she has what it takes. Well, if she says she's the strongest, let her prove it by fighting all the evil fairies that exist up here. Probably instantly dying when they start using lasers. She does have extremely high DPS though. Cerno does stand a chance. I don't know against 3 though. There they are. Sitting there all evil-like. You know, 3 stars is the bad sign. Freeze! They can still... Well, it doesn't totally freeze them. Cerno's not cut out for this. Turns out she's not the strongest after all. Well, she's just gonna be reborn again anyway. So I guess she has all her life to figure out how to defeat them. We're gonna have to take the main route then. Cerno failed to be the strongest this day. And you know what? Remilia. How much does this cost? About 7. I wonder if the little explosion does damage at all. Heads up. For those at a range, be on the safe side. Can't really see them because of the overly white textures on the ice. Freeze you. Luckily, if you move the mouse up and down like this, you can kind of get more of a spread. So while I'm not a huge fan of bullet hell games, the only one I've ever actually played is Azure Reflections. And there is a spread type you can get, where it's supposed to be a little more wide and hits everything up and down, with very few in the center. So this is technically one way you could do this. At least you'll ensure everything is getting hit. Until you really need that DPS single target fire. The range isn't extremely great either. They can't attack very far. Cerno has the advantage here. See, this is her territory. How are you supposed to defeat someone in their own territory? Well, except the black fairies over there, but don't worry about that. This is Cerno's land. Why are all these goons and death cultists trying to take it over? What do they gain by taking it over? Oh, right. The title of the strongest. This is pretty much like a championship. Whoever fairy survives becomes the new champion of the Misty Lake. Must be a reason why it's called Misty Lake. Because the championship will never be claimed. It's all just an illusion. No one ever really knows who has the title of the strongest. Kokoro. Freeze. At least we'll have our checkpoint. Not too much further. Focus fire! Mada mada mada! Can you guys just let me pass without having a fight? Like, seriously. Take the brawl outside. Actually, we are outside. Take the brawl into the lake. She doesn't want to have any of it. why she actually likes to be fought herself, apparently. So you figure Tenchi would enjoy it. Apparently, Tenchi seems to be a masochist and a sadist. What's up with that? Ow. Got lanced. Lancers need to go then. Focus fire. Quit this pointless fighting. It's a waste of time. It's not helping anything. So long as the Lancers don't do that. Well, the purpose of a lance is to joust into your enemy. But should they not do that? I almost just got knocked off into the ocean there. These next ones are the ones that gave us a problem. Do they actually end up fighting each other? Let them hash it out. Oh, well, it doesn't last long, doesn't it? They've already taken care of the problem. Oh, but it's too late. So it'll prank you this time. Now you're playing her game. Now let's very carefully not get too close to this spot. Another brawl. Stop the intruders! Do you think I'm just a mere mob? Are you not? Ow, 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 ow. I didn't see that one. I was focused on the dialogue. Oh, they're not happy about me reading the dialogue. Now they want me dead more than ever. Oof. Which ones are still alive? These ones just gave up all of a sudden. No, if they're still hashing it out. Where did Kokoro come from? That's one of Alice's fairy things. Or knows. Who knows? Great. We made it.